Welcome back, guys, to another video with your favorite DJ. I am DJ J Book, and today I just want to give you guys a little insight into all the stuff, all the hard work that I have been putting in over the years, and give you guys a product tour of what I use at gigs, depending on what type of gig it is. I've got different setups for different events. I've got different lights, and I've got two places to show you. And we're gonna go ahead and answer the call of a challenge that was given to us previously, and we're gonna make that happen on this video as well. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, make sure you do so, as well as follow me on social media platforms so you can get all of the content that I'm gonna be bringing your way here coming up shortly. So let's dive right into it and give you a tour of some of the stuff I use. All right, so let me first start off with stuff that is not going to be seen down here with the other products, because I am using them for other things right now. I currently have the Pioneer DDJ SX2. It is upstairs in the office, and I used it initially for my practice setup before all the quarantine and everything happened. But since that time, I've since put it down and been using the DDJ 1000 SRT as the practice and the live stream setup. So it's just kind of upstairs, just all caged up and all boxed up right in the office. So we've also got the Pioneer DDJ 1000 SRT as shown here, and that is the system that I use for every event now, no matter what the event. I use that, as well as I use it for all my live streams. The camera that you guys are on right now is the Canon G7X Mark II. This is probably the most commonly used camera, probably on YouTube. And hey, it's a great camera for what it does. It has been an absolute warrior over the past couple of years, and I probably will be adding another one here in the near future. Why not? All right, so let's get to the stuff that is down here. All right, so we're gonna start from right and then go left here. So right over here, we've got two of the Sharp 50-inch 4K Aquos televisions. I've got one back here and I've got one here for when I take out all my setups that require TVs. I've also got two of the F1 Frankenstein hydraulic stands. And I've got the Pro X 5-panel Facade that I use and stuff as well. Comes with the black skirt, which is comes with that black skirt right there that you can interchange out. I don't really interchange it out because I really use it more for weddings. And then of course you guys know I use the event table that's over here that we're going to go over in just a second for other events. Moving right along, I've got my Walmart special 5-foot table that is used at pretty much all of my events. Set it to the side right here. And then I've got a pretty decent setup here in the corner. I am the biggest QSC fan. I've got two of the QSC KW181s. I've got two of the QSC KW122s. I've got what I like to call my bag o' wires, which pretty much houses enough wires for me to do my second to largest setup and the most basic setup. I take this bag with me everywhere I go, and it houses all of my most important wires, as well as my surge protectors and things of the sort. You can see it's all organized in there. Right here, even though it says Chave DJ on it, this is actually 4 of the ADJ element hex bars. And you see we've got the protective cover and stuff on the top, but these are the ADJ element hex bars that I use at most events. In the IDJ Now bag, I've got 2 of the Chave wash effects that I highlighted on my last video, but 2 of them sit right in here, as well as I also have an ADJ tripod profile in this bag as well that I can use to light up my sign right here, which we'll go over in just a second. And I've got some wires and everything to go with it. Now down here, I've got my table that I use whenever I'm setting up a ceremony setup. I have like a little small table that kind of just breaks down, and let me show you guys that. I've been asked about this thing a couple of times, but basically I think it's for office use, if I think when I bought it. But basically it's got 4 legs on the inside and they go in each one of the sides here, and it's just something for you to be able to sit your laptop on or a projector on, and it's pretty sturdy. Can't complain about it. I've had it, it's been a warrior for quite some time. And then underneath I've got 2 of the Audio Technica lapel mics that we use for ceremonies. And then under here we've got the case that holds my Adj Airstream DMX bridge, as well as it holds my Pfeiffer microphone in there as well. I take this box out with me every time I'm going to do lights so that I can have full control over the lights. Also, I've got 2 of the on-stage black speaker stand skirts. I love those guys because they fit right in the bag. The bag stays attached to the actual skirt, which is inside, which I absolutely love. I think it's a great idea. Can't go wrong there. And that's my organized corner and stuff over there. And then moving to the left, we have what I was just talking about. We have my Adj Event Table 2 with my N.T.E sign here that I use at most of the gigs that I'm going to use for a smaller setup. This works great. It sets up in probably like 5-6 minutes at most. These are the bars and everything for it here. And then here we've got a gravity plate that the gravity stand sits on, and that's going to be for when I do the projector and the monogram, which my projector, which is the Epson projector, is in here. And those 3 go together. You saw me do a video on that as well. Then I've got the Bose S1 right here that I'm going to be using for all my ceremony setup. I've just got a basic table skirt here for whatever reason. If I had to set up something that needs a table skirt, I use that. Then over here in the corner, I've got my Odyssey stand, which I think I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna take this back inside. Over here, I pretty much have a bag that's gonna pretty much be everything that is for my ceremonies here. So it's just easy to grab a bag, take with me for ceremony. This will set up everything for the Bose, and all I need to do is grab a stand. This right here is just a bag with more wires, just in case that bag up there needs some additional wiring. I've got more wires and everything in here, as well as I have some brackets and everything if I needed those as well. So for bigger setups, I'll take both of those bags. For ceremony, everything that works full package, I would take everything there. Here in this case here, we've got a Pro X case that is holding 2 of my N.T.E Spot Pros inside of them. So whenever I'm using those for a decent size setup, I will bring that case and everything out with me. I've also got a couple of lounge chairs in here, as well as an additional dolly and a ladder, a step ladder that's in here. I think it's like a 4-foot step ladder. And then we've got some lawn chairs and everything that we use there. And then we have some oldies but goodies here. Now, none of this equipment right here I actually use at the very moment, especially something like this. This is a car subwoofer that I'm trying to sell. It's a 12-inch Kicker L7 that I am trying to sell and get rid of, as well as I've got an old SKB case here that used to house my just basic mixer and everything in it, but I have since gotten rid of it. I think I actually gutted it. Yeah, it's got a CD player and it's got, yeah, a mixer and everything inside of there. So I have since gutted this thing. I've taken the majority of everything out of it. I used to use this back in the day. And then this, when I first started doing videos here on YouTube, I actually was using this. This has the Pioneer, I believe it's the Pioneer 3000 in it. I can't remember the exact model number, but if you go back to some of my older videos, this is what I was using, and it still has stuff like, you know, microphones in it. It's still got cables, plugs, everything you can think of and stuff in there. It even got a flashlight in here. I don't even know if this thing works. No, it doesn't work. Oh, there it is. Now you can kind of see. Now we got some stuff in there, a little mixer and everything inside of that. And here's another item I'm trying to get rid of. This is an 18-inch Mackie Subwoofer. Trying to move it. I've been trying to move it for quite some time. It's broken. It clips on the third event that I use with it. Then here we have all of the uplights. These are all the Chinese uplights here that I have. I think it holds 8 per case. And then these are the charging elements that are in front that I use to charge them with. This is the controller for the uplights. Because I don't have them programmed into Airstream DMX Bridge, I still have to bring this guy out, and this will allow me to control the lighting for the uplights around the room. And this is the receiver and everything that uses that. So moving right along, we've got my trusty cart here that has pretty much been just about everywhere. I love this thing. Got it from Lowe's, I believe. I think it was like $119 at the time. It's probably down to $100 right now. Then stand wise, I've got 2 of the on-stage crank stands here, but I really don't use these anymore, with the exception of maybe putting them on for the bows. I can use it for the bows if I wanted to for a ceremony, but I mean, for the most part, those are my stands and stuff now, the Frankenstein hydraulics. I've also got a Adj Ultra Bar 12 here. This one is broken. I believe that's the broken one, and here is the one that actually works. I haven't used them in a while because I've been just kind of using the element hexes down there. I mean, it kind of works out a little better. It's no plugs and stuff for the element hexes, so I'm all about ease. This is something I need to bring upstairs. This is a microphone stand from OnStage. And this is a light tree crank stand. Like, this is the top of it here. And then you set this on top here. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on this one tree. And you can crank this as high as 12 feet. So that is the majority of my stuff that I use. Everything in here is stuff that I use for the majority of my gigs. So when I'm, taking stuff out, I'm using this stuff on the regular, so I keep it close, because inside my garage, you get right to the garage door and you get your vehicle right back there. You can load it up. Makes it easy. So now we're going to take a second and we're going to answer the challenge of one DJ Bar who wants to get the gear out challenge. So we're going to set you guys up on a tripod right here, and we're going to put together what I would consider a basic setup for a wedding and see how long it takes us. I guess he had a 13-minute time, so let's see how long it takes us. Here, let's set you guys up. Okay, so typically when I do an event and everything, I usually use what is over here. This is going to be my wedding setup here. I'm not going to cheat and use the event table because that would be a little too easy. So I am going to use my wedding setup, and got my timer and everything out here. So as you guys can see, I'm ready to rock and roll. So let's see how long it takes me. In 3, 2, 1, go. So, and there you have it, stopping the clock. Only thing that I'm missing from this particular setup is my mixer. Well, of course, my mixer's upstairs, which I had just shown you guys. I wasn't going to take it all the way down, but I mean, how long does it take to take a mixer out of a box, put it on a table, and take the top off? We're not doing any wires. This was just the setup by itself. So, there's my time. Not bad. It took me less than 6 minutes to set this up. I don't use skirts or anything behind there, and that's without lights. So that is that. So we're just gonna move on to the rest of the gear. Ooh, so that is all done and put back together. And now we gotta show you part 2, which is the trailer. What's in the trailer? Okay, so let's open this sucker up and show you what we've got in here. Now, the majority of the stuff that I'm going to be showing you in here, I don't use too often. I only bring it out if need be, so it just kind of depends. So this is what I call the event trailer. All right, so let's go over some stuff. Now I'm also going to be talking about stuff that I'm probably going to have on the for sale list, so you guys listen up for what I'm actually selling. So we start off first here with the ADJ quad phase. That is definitely a sales item that I'm going to be trying to get rid of, as well as I'm going to get rid of the Epsilon X beams. I'll be selling both of those. I have all the connections and everything for them. They're still in their original box, even though they're kind of broken as far as the box. The lights still work exceptionally well. Don't mind this. This is just the top part of my trailer here. I needed a new one because my original one blew off, so I got it. Just got to put it on. Over here, we've got the ADJ UV cannon, which is a huge UV light. And this thing puts off some serious heat, but also gives you some serious UV for a room. I'm going to keep that one, as well as I've got a cooler, just in case I need it whenever I bring the trailer. A little bit back, a little further, I've got my original QSC K12s in here. I used to use those for ceremonies. Now I'll probably be using them probably still for ceremonies in some cases, and in some cases I'll be using them for cocktail hour. It just depends. I've got my sandbags and stuff in here for my TV setup whenever I use my truss poles, because I have the glow totems. From here you can see the base plates and the top plates for the truss poles for the glow totem right there. So I'll be keeping all of that, and I'll be keeping the speakers. I also got another set of QSCs right here. These are the KW152s. When I need to pack a little bit more punch, these guys are absolutely amazing. So I will be keeping them and bringing those out as needed. So basically all my speakers and stuff I pretty much will be keeping. In this box right here, I've got 4, I think they're just RGBW lights, if I'm not mistaken, just Canon lights. Yeah, those are just RGBW lights that I use when I do like kids events and birthday parties, things like that. Those are for sale. I've got 2 lasers here. You can see the model numbers and everything if you need to look them up, but I'll be selling both of those lasers. I don't really use them anymore. I've also got the original 4-bar Charvet 4 bars here. I've got 2 of them. They both still work great. The only problem with them is the pedestal doesn't work. So if any of you guys want to purchase those, I've got 2 of them. I've got the pole and everything for them here as well. There's one there. Also, I have another crank stand. You can see the top to the crank stand here, and then the other crank stand right there with the orange handle. The ones that go up 12 feet that you saw in my garage, for whenever I use the triangle truss to be able to mount something over me, whether it be a whole bunch of lights. If I just needed a bigger production, I have those available. This is my original Facade here. This is the Odyssey. It's a black and white Facade. It's a 4-panel Facade. I am selling it for those who want to look into purchasing it, as well as I have my projector screen right there. I can't exactly remember the size, but I have it in other videos if you guys want to take a look. I also have a tent here. Now in the South, I don't know about you northern DJs, but in the South it gets really hot, so sometimes we actually need a tent, and I've got a tent here that I can put over my setup and use at events. I've also got the Aggressor down there from ADJ. That is for sale. And then this bag down here is pretty much all wires, just some additional wires and stuff like that. And then I've got hula hoops and stuff for whenever I do kids events, which I'm trying to get away from. No more kids events. All right, so that's it. That's the tour of the entire catalog of equipment and everything I have. I'm not some huge production company or anything like that. Big kudos to those guys that have been building, but this is stuff that I've gotten over time. This is stuff that I can take and pretty much do just about any event within reason, without having to go to some, you know, huge production or something like that. So you guys let me know what you like and stuff in the video, in the comments and everything down below. Let me know what you want to buy in the comments down below, because like I said, I am going to be selling a lot of this equipment because it's just time to move on from it and maybe give somebody else an opportunity to get some life out of some of this stuff that I used before. Everything's working and stuff in here. I wouldn't sell you anything that's broken. So just let me know what you would like, as well as if you found this video informative, give me a thumbs up on the video so you can help me out. as well as make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can get all of these videos that I'll be putting out here for you soon. And the way to get notified by that is to hit that notification bell so that I can give you that nice little icon that shows you that your boy has put up yet another video. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to check us out on the Quarantine DJs on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. We'll be moving from channel to channel, but your favorite DJ will be there answering all your questions. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me, and make sure you come back. I'm out.